Hi, you guys. It's me again. You know what? It's time we talk about this glove situation. All right, guys. Go ahead before we get started. Go ahead, like and subscribe. So today, what I want to talk about is gloves. All right. For me, this was a really hard thing to get a definite answer on because there was just not. No one gave me just. There was just the right answer when it came to gloves. Probably the most popular answer that I've seen when it comes to me asking what the best glove is to find the cheapest, warmest, waterproofest thing you can find. Um, so for me, what I figured out that I was going to need is a glove system. So what I did is I started to think about, when will I actually need gloves while I'm on the trail? And for me, number one, I'm gonna need gloves while I'm hiking. I wear these while I'm hiking, and I just prefer it. Keeps my hands protected. So that's not for everybody. Not everybody's gonna need that, but for me, that's one area that I'm gonna need a glove. I'm also gonna need a glove when it gets cold. I need something to keep my hands warm. I'm gonna need a glove when it's raining and I need something to keep my hands dry. And also, I really started thinking about it. I'm starting in February, and I started thinking about my camp clothes, and I had protection and something to just dry and warm me up, except for my hands. So I started to think about it, hey, what happens when it gets really cold? And I know that, once it gets below freezing, the two pair of gloves that I have just wasn't enough. So I added in something, a camp glove, that when if I'm cold and I'm wet and I get to camp and I need to get warm, I can add, these camp gloves on and my hands can get warm. And then if I also need just an extra layer of protection because it's cold outside, I can use them that way. So I added in a camp glove. So I need a hiking glove, something to keep me warm, something to keep me dry, and something in camp when I get back to camp at night. So, you guys, here are my 4 different gloves. This is my glove system. These are my hiking gloves. They are the North Face ETIP. They wear really well. They are the women's version. They fit my hands perfect. The fit almost reminds me of an isotoner glove. For you older folks out there who know what an isotoner is. They have the grip here. They do work on the phone. You guys, I've had these probably 3 years now, and I mean you can see where for me hiking it does wear out a little bit, but I absolutely love them. These would be an optional if you don't need them for hiking, but you can always use them as a nice liner for warmth. When I originally started looking at gloves and something for warmth, I love OR products, so I naturally looked at their gloves, and these are the OR sensor liners. I originally had the gloves that go over these, but you guys, they were extremely bulky for me, and they just didn't work. I love the liner for extra warmth protection. I do. I have used these two together. These actually provide really good warmth for me. And when I did my 2020 attempt, that was in late March. And you guys, these work really well for warmth. Even this year, when I went out for 2 weeks for the 1st of March, I only had one day where I felt like that these were not warm enough. But I'm starting in February, so naturally, I'm concerned about having something that is going to be warm enough for me. So one of the biggest concerns that I had with going and starting with the February start is to find something that was waterproof. None of the waterproof gloves that I did find seemed to fit well. They were all bulky on my hands. I didn't have much dexterity. So what I decided to go with was some mittens. And these are Gore-Tex. I got these from, REI. They're extremely light. And So far, I think that they're going to work. We're going to find out. As you can see, I haven't tested them yet. But they have really great reviews, and hopefully they work well. The last glove in my lineup is one that I added recently. It is a new piece of gear for me, and that is because I really started to think about what I was going to do if my hands were wet and I was wet and hypothermia was setting in and I needed to get warm and dry. How was I going to get my hands warm? And I really thought about it, and I felt like I needed a camp glove, something that if it was really cold I could sleep in, something that would provide some extra warmth if need be, but something that I could keep in my dry bag that would stay dry all day and I didn't have to worry about it. So what I did is I went with the Smart Wool liner glove. They're really soft, you guys, and as you can see, they're very breathable and they are touchscreen compatible. So what that made me realize is that in theory, if you're looking for something just for extra warmth, I think these are going to work really well. And you could actually use these in the place of either one of these, because in all honesty, these three gloves are really liners. But when you put them all together in a system, if it's going to be really cold and I'm facing temperatures of well below zero or well below freezing, and I'm hiking through it and getting to where I need to go to, and I'm dealing with freezing rain, I'm going to be warm because I'm going to be able to put my mittens on top of either two of these, and then when I get where I'm going, I'll be able to get warm and dry with these. I know my glove system may seem like overkill to some folks, but for me it's not. I want to keep my hands protected, and if I did not wear hiking gloves, then I would definitely leave these at home and just bring these. Also, if I was leaving after March 15th, I would only bring these. But because I am starting in February, I'm bringing all four pair. I'm not going to be that guy that gets airlifted out of the Smokies. Knock on wood, man. Knock on wood. So guys, I will add in the description a link for the 4 different gloves that I am bringing. Um, I'm just gonna bring simple gloves. These for hiking. I'm bringing my OR sensors just as an extra layer of warmth. I have the REI mittens to keep my hands dry when I'm hiking. Keep my hands, warm and dry. Add an extra layer of insulation, and I'll also be adding the link for my Smart Wool liners that I will use for when I'm in camp. All right, well, I hope that helps you guys out, and I hope to see you on the trail. Have a good one.